Though you shouldn't walk Chongkrom in the sun, yeah? I mean, that Chongkrom path is full of sun. I mean, you can walk here, put down the rollos, yeah? In the evening, that's nice to walk there, yeah? Or are you afraid? She's afraid? No? Dora? No? I'm not afraid. Okay. You can walk in the evening, in the night, yeah? Find a place, I mean, behind the Kotikir, there are quite a few Chongkrom paths, yeah? Here there are a few. So we are born as human beings, huh? I assume so, yeah? And then we train this body for 15 years. You remember that? When you were born, yeah? Huh? You had to train it for 15 years, this biological robot, yeah? Just like we train, technical robots, automation robots, yeah? I mean, it takes a long time just to fulfill one task, yeah? Maybe it's complicated, yeah? It takes 3 to 6 months, yeah? And our body takes 15 years to train, yeah? Huh? Training, learning to walk, yeah, learning to grasp things, yeah, so that we don't break them, so that we keep them. I mean, it's all mechanical training, yeah? And then learning to talk, yeah? And then going to school, learning to think, yeah? For how many years, yeah? And then 15, 16, we are finished, yeah? The first 16 years of our life, we just train this body so that we can use it. Huh? Nobody teaches us that in school, huh? Windy, huh? But we all go through it because everybody else does, but we have nothing else to do. Yeah? And then we train, after this 15 years of training, then we train for a job, or we go to university to learn a profession, yeah? And then we start to work, yeah? And then most of us, create a family, raise children, yeah? And when they're finished raising children, they have a few more years, and then they go into retirement and wait for death. Did I say something wrong? That's what we call human life, yeah? And in the leisure time, what do? We can't wait to die, so we kill the time. Kill the time by talking, by watching movies, and so on. Yeah? We don't use this precious human life, yeah, for something that makes sense, something that is sensible. We use it for, when we don't have to work for this body, and we do have to work for this body, and quite hard, yeah? Feeding it, housing it, clothing it, yeah? And looking for medicine when it is sick, yeah? And in the leisure time, what do? We go and watch movies, or we go and talk on the phone. Now the movies is in our pocket, yeah? Smartphones, yeah? All our life is there, yeah? So we don't need to go to the big movies anymore, to the big cinemas, yeah? And we just watch it on our smartphone, and distract ourselves, yeah? With doing this and doing that, yeah? Just waiting for the next day to come. And that's what I call killing time, yeah? Because, our life is, doesn't seem, we can't wait to die, yeah? We're just born and can't wait to die, yeah? Why don't we do something that is sensible, that makes sense, with our life? I mean, there are two ways. First of all, the most common way is doing something, planting something that we can reap in our next life. So, doing bun, making merit, being helpful to others, doing all the things that we want to get back. Because there's nothing free in this world. Whatever we get is that what we have worked for. Ask a farmer, any farmer knows that. I mean, if he doesn't sow rice, he will not be able to eat rice. But we think, everything is free. So, I mean, if we don't do anything, for our next life, in this life, I mean, we will have nothing to eat or nothing to, what is the sign? Nothing to rely on. So, if we want to have a fortune in our next life, we have to be generous. Whatever we want, we have to give first. Just like the farmer, I mean, he has to take part of the rice from this year, and plant it, so that you can have it in the next year. And that is the same thing. So we have to give something of our, whatever we work for, and plant it, in being generous and giving it away, so that we have something in our next life. And the more we give, the more we have. That is a human life, Just working, working for this life, working for the next life, Quite dreary, When we look at this in this way, it is quite dreary, And then it's not, the next life is not the last life. We do the same thing, in the next life we do the same thing, and then the same thing, and then the same thing. But not every life is a human life, I mean, there are 31 realms of existence. 25 belong to the higher realms, to the Deva realms or the heavenly realms. And then there's the human realm, then there's the animal realm. Lots of beings are in the animal realm, they are stuck there. All these ants, the mosquitoes, they are all stuck there. The smallest animal the Lord Buddha could remember was a mosquito, being a mosquito. So, I mean, we have been ants, we have been everything, We have been animals, and stuck in the animal realm for a long, long time, until we became human again. Or we went into the hell realm and got stuck there for a while. We don't like to hear about it, but I mean, that's the truth. I mean, if you do something that is against the law of our country, we go to prison. We all know that. But we don't believe if we do something against the 5 precepts, that is the law for all, for all beings, no matter where they are. Even in the heaven they can create bad karma. So, I mean, if we go against the 5 precepts, where do we go? Down. What are the 5 precepts? Not harming any living being, not taking what is not given, not only stealing, no sexual misconduct, the number 1 problem in this world, sexual misconduct, having a wife, and going outside of the marriage, breaking the marriage, not having a husband, and going outside, or using somebody because of one's power or one's money, one's influence. That is all sexual misconduct. Everybody who is dependent on us. And when you look at this world, I mean, it's full of it. Parents, misusing their children. Teachers, who have affairs with their students. Not only teachers, but also what are they called in the university? Forgot the name. Satachat. What? Professor, yeah. Yeah. It's all sexual misconduct. And then, no lies, no harsh speech. Yeah? And that's where most of us go wrong. Yeah? This lie and that lie, yeah? And no alcohol, no drugs, everything that makes us unmindful. Yeah? These are the 5 precepts. If we keep them, then we don't have to worry about anything. Yeah? But how often do we keep them and how often do we break them? Yeah? So easy to break them. Because everyone around us breaks them. Yeah? So we think if they can get along with it, we might get along with it as well. Yeah? If they go to hell, we follow them to hell. Yeah? No. So make something, that is worthwhile. Of the result, of all this talking is make something that is worthwhile. Yeah. Not only, that you provide for your next life, but also the spiritual aspect of your life. Yeah. Train your citta. Yeah? Train your citta not to be so greedy, not to be so hateful, yeah, and not to be so delusional. Because greed, hatred, and delusion are the main things that keep us in this realm of birth and death. Yeah? And birth and death, it is just like a hamster wheel, running, yeah? Not going anywhere. Huh? Yeah? Next time, when you see a hamster in a hamster wheel, look at it and think about, that's my life, yeah? Constantly on the run, yeah? And that's what we do, yeah? When we live, we are constantly on the run, yeah? But we are not going anywhere. We stay in the samsara. That's what I mean. You understand that? We stay in this cycle of birth and death, and that is the wheel, yeah? So we can run as much as we want, but we stay in, yeah? The only solution is to find the way out, yeah? And that's where the Lord Buddha comes in, because he showed us the way out. He showed us the way out of this hamster wheel, yeah? Or samsara, whatever you want to call it. I like hamster wheel because it shows, it shows us very clearly, yeah, that we are not going anywhere. Yeah, we are born, we die. We are born, we die. How often do we? Yeah, how often do we have to do it again? What do we have? What do we want to do again? Yeah, what do we want to do in our next life? Yeah, the same thing. Yeah. This time I work, and next time, I want to be a professor, or I want to be prime minister, or whatever. Yeah. In some countries, I want to be the king. Yeah. And sometimes we are slaves, sometimes we are king. Sometimes we are slave drivers. Yeah. And sometimes we are slaves. Yeah. Just like in German, we say the oppressed of today is the oppressor of tomorrow. Yeah. So it changes. Yeah. This life we are oppressed, next life you become the oppressor. Because we hate so much, when we are oppressed, yeah? We hate to be slaves and driven, yeah? But we don't see that we are actually driven by our own kilesas, yeah? This is the biggest slave master of all, yeah? He constantly tells us what to do, what to like, what not to like, what to hate, yeah? Yeah? We just need to close our eyes and then it goes on, yeah? 24 hours, yeah? If you sleep, then it comes back in dreams. This is not enough. That is not enough. I need to do this, I want to become this. I want to become that. I don't want to become this. I don't want to become this. It's constantly going on in our ears. Huh? So this is the biggest slave master. Other people, at least, they tell us only twice or 3 times a day what to do. Yeah? It's quite restful in comparison to our own inner voice, that tells us constantly what to do. So the conclusion of all this, make our citta, make our citta pure. Yeah? The purer it becomes, the less troubles we also have. Yeah? Because there's a lot of dukkha we have. What is dukkha? Dissatisfaction, discomfort, dis-ease, yeah? Pain and suffering. Yeah? And this dukkha comes, from this, it's the first noble truth, comes from the second noble truth, that is, the origin of dukkha, and that is our desire, wanting this, wanting that, not reaching this, not reaching that, being parted from this, being parted from that, what we love, That creates all the dukkha. Yeah? If we cut down on our desires, we can also cut down, on our dukkha. Yeah? And the fourth noble truth is the path that leads to the end of dukkha, and it starts with what? It starts with the 5 precepts. Yeah? Keeping the 5 precepts. Yeah? And then it goes on training the citta. Yeah? I mean, we train the body, we use the body, we are used to that, but training the citta is something very different. Training the citta beyond one point, for instance, to get into one-pointedness, or getting into samadhi, to experience the happiness of the heart, of the pure heart. We don't know our heart. We think we know it, but for most people, our heart is the emotional aspect of our citta. No? I feel like this, I feel like that, that's what we call our heart. No, I mean our citta, or the heart, to get connected to the heart where nothing is happening, where there's just this comfort, this peacefulness, or this happiness, and all what we have to do is close our eyes and stay with the Buddha, or stay with the breath at the tip of the nose. And whenever there's a thought, a memory coming in, we return back to the breath, or we return back to the Buddha, until the mind comes completely at ease, and there's no more thoughts and there's no more memory. And when there's no more thoughts and no more memory, there's no fear, there's no future, there's no past. How can we not be happy, when there's no future, no past, no worries, no fear, no loneliness? We always try to escape these things, the fear, the loneliness, or the worries. We worry about things that might happen in the future. They will happen anyway. So why to worry about it? Let it happen, and let it be prepared. But when we are in samadhi, nothing of this happens. How can we not be happy? And just this, all what it takes us, is to stick to the point and get interested into the breath, or get interested in the Buddha, until we reach that state. And when we come out of the state, we are rested. We are re-energized. It is just like charging our batteries. They are completely depleted. We do that every day, when we go to work, we charge our batteries, by going to sleep, But it's not charging the batteries of the citta, Because while we are sleeping, we dream about this and dream about that, so the citta is constantly running. And now, with the training of samadhi, we put it to rest, so that the citta can rest and re-energize. When we come out of the samadhi, we are re-energized, and we are focused, So it helps us, this kind of samadhi helps us in a lot of things. It helps us in our life, But it's not the sole mean, It is there, it is just like, when we have bodily work, we need to rest the body, in order to do some more work, And then comes the third aspect, that is the development of wisdom, And wisdom, a lot of people, think if they read a lot, then they are wise, That's not wisdom, that is knowledge, And all our life, we try to gain knowledge, Before, 100 years ago, common wisdom was more valuable than knowledge. People who were experienced in working this field or that field were much more valuable. But today, everything is put onto knowledge, People who are very experienced in the work, get chucked out because people who come just from university have more knowledge than them. So, developing wisdom is not an easy thing. Wisdom comes through experience, And we need to experience what is going on within our realms, Within our body, the first thing, Knowing that there's a feeling, knowing that there's the breath, knowing that there's the Buddha, or knowing that there's a thought, knowing that there's a memory. That's what we have to know, And that's what we have to experience. Or then investigating what is the body, Which part of the body is the body? If you disassemble the body, what? Then you see just body parts. Yeah? Where's the body? What part of the body is the body? Yeah? No, nothing. Yeah? Some people say it's the brain, but the brain cannot live without the rest of the body. Yeah? But actually, the brain is, it's just a computer that drives the body. Yeah? But who sits in front of the computer? Who puts in the programs? It's a Cheetah. Huh? And we haven't heard anything about, nobody talks to us in school about the Cheetah, the programmer who sits inside there. Yeah? In Christianity, they use the synonym of soul, yeah? But it's not the same. Yeah? The Cheetah is much purer. Yeah? The Cheetah doesn't have any identity. Yeah? But it programs his body for the first 15 years, and then it runs on its desires. Yeah? It's just like, after 15 years, we put this body, we put the Cheetah to sleep, and turn on the autopilot, and then it just walks, it just follows whatever we programmed into it. Just like a computer, whatever we programmed into it, it runs this program. Yeah? Only if we experience a situation where we crash against something, then we rethink, we need to change this program. Yeah? It's not good, constantly to be angry at this person. Yeah? We see, it is not comfortable. But before nothing happens, before we don't crash, we don't change the programs. Yeah? Well, programs you can also say characteristic, yeah? Our character, yeah? It's the same thing, programs and character traits, yeah? We develop them and we can get rid of them. Hmm? So we can change, yeah? So what kind of character were you 20 years ago? What kind of character are you now? Yeah? It has changed over time. Hmm? So what has not changed? Feelings constantly change, thoughts constantly change, memories change, yeah? Even our character traits are changing, yeah, over time. Yeah? Some people who are very generous in the beginning get very stingy, yeah, towards the end. Some people who are very calm, towards the end can get very angry. Yeah? So things can change, and that is one of the characteristics of this universe. Everything is changing. Just like the feelings are changing, the thoughts are changing, memories are changing, our body is constantly changing. Yeah? So nothing is there, that we could call, stable. Yeah? Or always, always the same. Yeah? With the one exception, that is the Cheetah, but we don't know the Cheetah because we don't have access to the Cheetah. The first time we can get access to the Cheetah is through Samadhi. Once there is no more thoughts, once there is no more memory coming up and the Cheetah is completely quiet, then we can actually access parts of the Cheetah, but not yet completely. We have to go on with our Samadhi. The Samadhi where thoughts and memory stops is called normally Upachara Samadhi or Access Samadhi. And then we go on, then we stick to our Buddha or stick to the breath until it becomes all one point. Yeah? The Buddha becomes so strong, our concentration becomes so strong that we can't even think one word anymore. Yeah? And then we have to jump into that what knows that we can't think one more thought. Yeah? And the same with the breath. Yeah? The breath will stop. Yeah? Most people get afraid, don't get afraid, yeah? It will stop, yeah? And then we jump also into the knowingness that knows that the breath has stopped. Not that the breath has disappeared. For most people, the breath stops and the breath disappears is the same thing. No, it's not the same thing, yeah? When the breath disappears means our interest in the breath has disappeared. Because the breath becomes so strong, the awareness of the breath, yeah? Although the breath becomes very subtle, the awareness of the breath becomes so strong that we really feel anything. Yeah? And then suddenly, when the breath is so subtle, then it stops. Yeah? And once it stops, we jump into the knowingness that knows that it stops. And then from subject and object being two things, it becomes one. Subject and object merge into one thing. And that's why it's called one-pointedness. Yeah? And in this one-pointedness, we can actually experience the Nibbana. Yeah? A preview of the Nibbana, where all the Arahants and where the Lord Buddhas, all the Buddhas are. Yeah? They are in Nibbana. Yeah? And it is something that cannot be described in this world where there's always, good and bad, and in subject and object, because when subject and object moves into one thing, there's nothing. Yeah? We can't really describe it, except, that we say, I was awake. Yeah? I wasn't asleep. Yeah? And when we come out, yeah, then we feel really recharged. Yeah? It's just like, putting our two fingers in an AC outlet. Yeah? And our concentration is so strong. Yeah? If you've just been there for 5 minutes, not. Yeah? An hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours. Yeah? We can stay there in this samadhi, in this apana samadhi or deep samadhi for up to 7 days. And then when you come out, you're really focused. Yeah? And whatever you look at, you just pierce right through it. It's just like a laser beam. Yeah? And that is what we are going to use. This kind of samadhi is what we are going to use to investigate the things that we believe we are. Yeah? The first thing that we believe we are is, of course, the body. Yeah? And then I just say, get out of the car and realize, that you're not the car. Yeah? If you're born in the car, die in the car, then of course you believe you are the car and never get out. Yeah? If you're born in the body and die in the body, then of course you believe that you are the body. Yeah? So get out of the body, realize that the body is not you. Yeah? And then realize, what else do you call yourself? Yeah? Feelings, yeah. I feel like this. Feelings are not you. Who knows that there is a feeling? Who? We don't know who knows. Yeah? That's a citta. Yeah? Who knows that there is a thought? Yeah? You can actually ask the thought, do you know your thought? Yeah? It won't reply because it's a thing. Yeah? It's a phenomenon, that arises and ceases. Yeah? Just like feeling. It arises and ceases. We can ask the feeling, do you know your good feeling or bad feeling? No, it doesn't know anything. Yeah? It's just a feeling, it's a phenomenon that arises and ceases. Yeah? Just like thoughts, it arises and ceases, memories arise and cease. They are not us. So what is left, If we define ourselves, then it's mostly, we define ourselves through the body, through our feelings, through our memory, and through our thoughts, and ideas and so on. A combination of it. Yeah? But all these things are changing. Yeah? And we do have the slight feeling that we are impermanent, that we are permanent, yeah? That we have lived for eternity, yeah? That we are eternal. Yeah? And that what is eternal is the citta. But we have lost the connection to the citta, and that's what we have to find. Yeah? Find through samadhi the connection to the citta, and then once we're getting out of samadhi, investigating the things that we believe we are, and cutting them slowly down and down and down. And the more we cut them down, the more we rest inside the citta, inside our true nature. Yeah? And that's it. Yeah? That is making use of this life as a human being. Because when we believe the Lord Buddha, yeah, then he said, it is very difficult to get a human life. Yeah? And then once we get a human life, it is very difficult to find the true Dhamma. Yeah? And when we found the true Dhamma and are born as a human being, then to find an Arahant, or find the Lord Buddha, or meet the Lord Buddha, or meet an Arahant, it is very difficult. Yeah? And some of us have, yeah. So they shouldn't waste their time with, dilly-dallying around, killing the time, with their smartphones and so on, looking at this, being interested in this, being interested in that, and use the time, to train the citta. And the training of the citta is the most difficult task. It is not easy. There's no more difficult work than training the citta. Working 8 hours under, and harvesting coal, or cutting coal, I mean, it is much easier because it's only 8 hours or 10 hours. And you still have time, to relax. And we as meditators, I mean, 1 hour of meditation, now I need to relax. No, I mean, meditation is relaxation. We don't need to relax. What do you want to relax? I mean, you just want to give, the kilesas the time to think about this, think about that, and wasting all the energy that you so hardly worked for. It's just like, I mean, having a motorbike, and filling it up. I mean, the work, pushing your motorbike to the next gas station, and then filling it up. And once it is filled up, I mean, you just look around, and somebody takes it and drives it off, And when it is empty, I mean, it leaves it, And then you have to go to look for your motorbike, bring it back to the gas station, filling it up, That's what, filling it up, looking for the motorbike, looking for our citta, and getting concentrated, and then once, now I need to rest, So, I mean, we leave everything, all the energy, that we put in our meditation or that we harvest from our meditation, we give away. It's useless, I mean, then we can't progress, anyway. So, I mean, no talk, not being interested, Just change from walking meditation to sitting meditation to walking meditation and keep your attention all day long, on the Buddha or on the breath until you really are very stable in your samadhi. Because you need to have stable samadhi, You need to be able to rest your citta every day before you can set it to work. And people, try, it's so difficult, samadhi, let's do wisdom, Let's investigate this and investigating that. That is nothing else than thinking about that. And that has not helped us, I mean, if we look back at our life, thinking about the problems of the world doesn't solve the problems of the world, So thinking doesn't solve the problem, doesn't make us understand, Or makes us understand in the wrong way, So looking at the things, asking ourselves, what is feeling? Are feeling constant? Or, are they changing? Or what is pain? For instance, when we sit for an hour or 2 hours, what is pain? We sit there and we are so excruciating pain. We get up and there's no more pain. What kind of pain is that? What kind? Is it magic, Just disappeared when we stop meditating. There's no more pain. You can do the same thing. You sit there and excruciating pain because you're on with the Buddha or with the breath, and then you think about something nice and there's no more pain. What kind of pain is that? That's why we have to investigate. What is pain? How does it feel like? Where does it come from? Well, that's the first thing that we do. So, that's enough for today. If you have any questions. I
heard in some books, in one of the books of Dhamma, Forest Dhamma, he said that we can get the three samadhis, Upachara Samadhi and Apana Samadhi, by, concentration, and wisdom.
Wisdom develops samadhi. But how do you, if you don't have wisdom, you cannot develop samadhi. If you don't have samadhi, you cannot develop wisdom.
So one can reach Apana Samadhi by wisdom?
One can reach Apana Samadhi by wisdom. Yes, that is possible. But your concentration, your samadhi has to be very good. Through investigation, through really good investigation, not letting go of the subject that you the object that you investigate, yes, you can go into deep samadhi. But if your samadhi is not good, if you're constantly swaying off the object that you start to investigate, I mean, You will neither reach samadhi, upachara samadhi nor appana samadhi. Yes, it is possible.
I want to mean what they said, vipassana samadhi and samatha samadhi is different.
Yes, it is very different, and we should not mix it up. Yeah. So when we do samatha, we do samatha. Yeah, that means stay with the Buddha or stay with the breath. The only exception for that is investigating pain. Yeah, because if we want to train samadhi for 2 or 3 hours, then pain will come. Yeah. So then, if we can't concentrate on the Buddha anymore, on the breath anymore, then we are allowed to investigate pain. But that's the only thing. Yeah. Otherwise, otherwise we are not. When we do samatha and don't investigate. When we do investigation, and then you see, when you start, when you're really good at investigation, the citta becomes very calm. And then what most people do, they go just in the calmness. And that's where you don't get any results. Yeah, in your samatha you go into investigation. In the investigation you go into samatha, and nothing will change. Yeah, because you're not doing the proper work. Yeah, that's why Lungda Mahaprabhu always said, separate it out. Yeah, when you do samadhi, do samadhi. When you do investigation, and don't mix them up. Yeah? And that is what is completely wrong in the West, because they all mix it. Yeah, they do a little bit of samadhi, then they do a little bit. Also Goenka. He mixes it up. And then you don't get any results in any field. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just like you mix coffee with sugar. Yeah, you don't get the real taste of sugar, and you don't get the real taste of coffee. Yeah. It's just a mix, eh? Lily, what is?
When you know that you're ready to go to vipassana.
Huh?
How you know that you are...
Once a mind, you can start investigation. Once a mind, every day you can stay at the same object, for 15 minutes without deviating for the object. And when you come out, you feel energized, yeah? Then you can go, yeah? But that is the first, you shouldn't do it, and then you should do investigation only for at most 1 hour. Yeah? It is important, and it is so difficult to get the mind calm. That's why we like to go and think. Yeah? We do this all day long. Yeah? We don't differentiate ourselves from lay people. They think all day long. Yeah, if you do investigation thinking all day long, there's no use of it. Yeah? So understand. If you can get calm for 15 minutes without your object, without deviating from your object or going off your object, then you can do investigation. Yeah, but just 1 hour. Yeah? Most of the time, until our samadhi gets really solid, yeah? Until you can stay there for 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, and then you can do a lot of investigation. Yeah? But if your investigation, then people, start because they see fruits of the investigation. Because it's cutting down on the kilesas, so they see the results, and then they stop doing samadhi, and in the end, they don't realize, they lost everything, yeah? The investigation doesn't bring any more results, and they can't get into samadhi. That's why they start to do investigation. So it becomes a mixture. So even if you do investigation, all day long, you should at least, rest your mind for 2 hours in samadhi, yeah? To get the strength back. Yeah? But in the beginning, it is mostly training of samadhi, yeah? Because we can't get our mind calm. Okay, understood? Any more questions? Yeah?
I don't understand much about merit in common life, in normal life. What does it mean, merit? Because I think it's different from just good thing to do somebody. And merit.
Oh, merit.
Merit.
Is doing good things, yeah? Is helping other people, that is merit. Raising your children is merit. Yeah? So living for other people is merit. Giving away things is merit. Yeah. And demerit is actually, going against the 5 precepts. Yeah. They are neutral things, yeah, that neither bring merit nor bring, demerit. Yeah. So a lot of people, there are some people, who are very generous and give a lot of material things, yeah. But there are other people who give, who give their life, to serve others. That is also a lot of merit, yeah. Okay, understood? So, more questions? And Joan is still interested in this and that, yeah. Use that time, Use the time well, yeah. Don't look left, don't look right, Just look for your Buddha, yeah, or for your investigation, yeah. How is your samadhi now?
Good.
That doesn't mean that doesn't sound good.
Wrong or
No, it's not wrong answer.
about 2 hours.
Yeah, but how deep is it? That is the important thing. When you come out, you can see, how much energy you have or how little energy you have. That's how you can measure, the deepness of your samadhi.
I'm usually pretty charged.
So there are no more thoughts and there's no more memory coming up while you're doing it?
In samadhi? No.
Nothing? And what else is happening? And then investigate a little bit the samadhi. What is there? What is left and what is not left? Yeah? What is still there and what is left? Yeah? Okay. You should know it, your sati is not strong enough yet. And that means that there's something in your practice of samadhi is not right. You might get calm, but you don't know really every detail of the breath or the Buddha. Yeah?
That's true.
Yeah?
That's true.
And that is, the first thing is to train concentration and then to train this knowingness, that sati, yeah? This awareness, that knowingness, that knows how the breath is at every instant. Yeah? And then you become so absorbed that you don't want to anything else. Yeah? Even when you come out, you don't want anything else. Yeah? And that is the second difficult step in samadhi. Yeah? Training the sati. Yeah? Training this awareness of knowing the breath at every moment. Yeah? When it goes up, when it just slowly comes in, when it's high, when it decreases, when it turns into, yeah, when it turns into the out-breath or into the in-breath. And then the same thing, yeah, and then just follow it, then just know at every moment, at every slice, yeah.
I know how that there are so many times during the day that I don't have sati at all.
Yeah, and that's...
I can see it, and then I...
Okay,
Buddha,
that is good.
I see it, and then Buddha, and
okay.
then I see it. And...
That is the first hurdle, yeah? I mean, if the moment people see how unaware they are all the time, that means they have reached a 50% of awareness already. Because before that, we see only how aware we are, how mindful we are, how concentrated we are, yeah? But we don't see the times where we are not concentrated, yeah? So when we reach 50%, then we see all the time, where's my sati? Where's my sati? Where's my sati? Where's my sati? We see all the times when we are actually not aware, yeah? And that is actually a good sign, yeah? For most people, they think, they are concentrated the whole day, I mean, they haven't even reached 50% yet, okay? No more questions, then I get up.